Hi there. My name is Michelle Liddy. Welcome to Living a Limitless Life. I help people connect to a positive self-identity for growth and expansion in all areas of our life. Today is about focused attention equals your desired results. And your attention and focus are the funnel of what you attract in your life. And where you put your attention and focus is what manifests for you. And I kind of want to just give a little quick definition about manifesting. Manifesting is bringing the spiritual realm of the non-physical to the physical, tangible plane, to the physical, tangible realm. And you are the point of attraction in everything in your life through your thoughts, beliefs, and how you feel. The biggest part is how you feel about things. And then after, you feel, thoughts become attached to how you feel. And then those continual thoughts attached to how you feel become your belief systems about yourself, about life, about situations, about people. And your points of attraction, like I just talked about, is the accumulation of your thoughts and feelings that now become a belief system for you. Like, I really believe that smoking is bad for you. Different belief systems. Everybody has their own that's unique to them. And so that's how your belief systems kind of direct your life. You can focus your attention on negative things like judging and criticizing and gossiping and complaining. And that's where all your attention and feelings and thoughts will go towards that paradigm. Or you can switch it up and confirm what is going well in your life, meaning the birds. It's just very simple things to really appreciate in your life. Birds chirping, being able to drive, being able to see, being able to walk. The water that you drink is clean, being able to go to the grocery store and choose multiple things that you're able to purchase and buy, just a lot of choices. So it's all about where you put your focus and how you want to interpret your life, about yourself, identity, about your worldview and how you see things, and just how you come upon things in life. How do you have a choice to choose how I want to think about this. How do I want to interpret this? And that's where your focused attention will go. And so a big thing is I just really look at life as confirming what's going well in your life. Really like, oh, this person talked to me. Gosh, everything flowed for me well in my life today. I got my things that I wanted to get done. I met that deadline. I did the things that I wanted to do. And if something didn't go well, say, okay, course correct. What can I do to change that? Focus on what's going well in your life. Any challenges that arise in our lives is a reflection of our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about ourselves. So if we keep bumping up into the same relationship challenges or work challenges, it's usually some kind of relationship situation that we're having with ourselves. And so it's a reflection to show us what, things that are going well and how our thoughts and beliefs how our thoughts and beliefs and feelings about things when things are going well, and when things aren't going well, kind of check yourself and look, like, what am I thinking about where this isn't going well? I must have some thought or belief or feeling attached to it or story attached to it that I'm thinking I'm not good at this, or I'm not worthy enough, or I feel I have doubt in myself in some area of this thing coming into fruition in a negative way. And we can look at challenges as something that's happening to me, and then we just deal with this happening to me. We're dealing with the effects of it. Or we can look at it as it's revealing, this negative situation or challenge is revealing something about me. And it's usually revealing something about us. What kind of negative pattern are we in that's attracting these negative situations to us? And again, it goes back to our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about something. And the real core of it all is how we feel about things, because that generates our thoughts and our thinking and the things that we choose to do, and then our beliefs about it, and then it attaches stories about it and all these types of things. So really get into the feeling of how you're feeling about something in this challenging situation. I'm feeling angry. Things don't go right for me. Why do things always blow up and, for me and not other people. There's some kind of belief that's driving that attraction factor for you to bring negative things into your life. Now, there's two sides of this. You can have negative things come into your life because you're talking to somebody that's negative, or you're in a negative situation. It's not really formed from you. It could be just, you're passing through this situation or talking to this person. You have a choice to exit out of that, flow out of that, so you can stay within your positive attraction magnet for yourself. Or there's the other side, is our thinking and beliefs are attracting these situations into our lives. So manifest from how we think and feel. So again, really, it's about how we feel about things. And we want to change that emotional landscape for ourselves about how we feel about ourselves. And I'll get into that a little bit later. And manifesting doesn't decipher between, positive or negative. It manifests from whatever you're feeling and thinking about the strongest. So you can be like, I'm thinking positive, but if you still feel negative inside yourself, the negativity is what's going to attract it, not the words. The words, it's the feelings that really are your attraction magnet, and the words and feeling together is what really creates transformation. It really puts you on a different timeline. It really brings different outcomes into your life when you feel the feelings that you want to feel with it. And that's higher vibrational feelings: love, joy, happiness. The expectation's a huge one. Of, I expect good things to happen to me, but I also have the feeling of that expectation of good things happening to me. And so that's where you really want to make sure how setting up your day. How do I want to feel today? How do I want to think through situations? I want it to go in my favor. So I have to feel things in my favor. And that's positive things. I've caught myself many a times when stuff starts not, like I go out to eat at a restaurant and it's just like the waitress isn't treating me well. Or when I went to go check in at the front desk to put my name in, for some reason my name got missed and they called somebody else, and just a lot of frustrations coming from me because I'm really hungry and I want to sit down and eat, and just everything isn't going well. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's not the waitress that's treating me bad or my name. It's me that's creating this by this kind of negative perspective that I'm having. And I'm putting out the energy of, sit me down. I want to go now. Or my energy may be, going towards a little demanding, like in my heart, like not to the person, but it may be like, I'm thinking like, I really want to sit down and I'm watching, who got sat first and who didn't. And then when I release that and go, oh my gosh, I'm taking responsibility for this, is really coming from me. I need to start focusing on something positive and start spinning myself out of that negative cycle. And it really happens. I sat down, the waitress sat me down, and then the meal went amazing because I changed my energy. She was responding to my positive energy. And I ended up having a really fun dinner time with my friend. So I, focus on changing that energy up. So what point of attraction of energy do you want to embrace? And it just takes conscious thought and choice to choose what kind of energy and thoughts and feelings do I want to choose in these situations, until your foundation flips and becomes to more of a positive foundation. Like you are just coming from a place of love and acceptance and compassion. But it may need a little bit of change for that, because you may be coming from a place of demanding and anger and entitlement or whatever it may be. And it doesn't mean all of your way is like this, but maybe in situations of stress, it turns up these these lower vibrational feelings that you act upon. So really kind of monitor that. When things aren't going well, think about what energy what emotional foundation am I acting upon? And it's usually coming from a negative feeling, like I'm upset, or I expect this, or I'm coming from entitlement, or whatever it may be. Kind of look into that and see, so you can shift that around. So I just kind of throughout this video want to kind of emphasize attention and energy. Energy is the feeling that you have, and focused thoughts brings the desired results that you want in life. So it's accumulation of your attention and focus. Now, where you're going to focus your energy, and then it's your energy, which is the feelings that you feel. And focused thought, having those focused thoughts brings the desired outcomes that you want for yourself. And a lot of times we try to attract through polarity. You may want a positive relationship, but then you have you may be very demanding on the way that the relationship is going. Like you expect them to be this way or say this way or act this way. And so that's going to cancel out having a positive relationship, because a positive, healthy relationship comes from love and understanding and giving, looking for the best in people, that their actions that they have are coming from good intentions and not bad intentions. And expectation gets a lot in the way of a lot of things, whether it's relationship, high expectations that we have for ourselves, for other people, a job, whatever it is, that can really blow things for us when we have a lot of high expectations, because we have high expectations that we want other people to meet sometimes, but we don't even meet them ourselves. So it becomes this confusing double standard, and the person doesn't really know where you stand because you're holding an expectation and then you may fall short of it. And then you want them to meet an expectation and don't allow them to fall short, when maybe sometimes we fall short of our own expectations that we put out there a lot of times. And so polarity can bring a lot of I used to have a lot of polarities, and I had to clean that up. Like you say, I want this, but then you do the opposite thing of what you want. Meaning, uh, I don't want to be judged and criticized, but then you go out there and judge and criticize everybody. I want somebody to accept me for who I am, but then you don't accept other people for who they are. So that's just a lot of, double standard or polarity that's happening. So a lot of times we're coming from you thinking, well, I want good to happen to me, but then you discount when good things happen to you. Oh, good can't happen to me. So you're discounting it. So we don't really realize what we're doing in these situations sometimes, when we want something good, but then we're giving something not so good sometimes. And we have been conditioned so much to follow the norm of the majority of what's going out there, what other people are doing. Because sometimes if we stand out too much and do what we want to do, it's not falling in line with the majority of what other people are doing. And sometimes stepping out of the majority of what other people are doing is where we step into our authenticity, because we're not shrinking ourselves into, well, everybody else is doing this, so I better do it too, because if I want to do this other thing, I don't really see other people doing it, so I better not do it. And that's where we shrink ourselves and do the majority. And where everything we want is stepping out of the majority and being our unique individual and doing what we want and what we think is best for ourselves, not like, I'm scared to do what's best for me. I don't have the courage. So let me just stay in this group of situations and do what the majority is doing with people, the things at work. You don't speak up because no one else is saying this. And you really want to say it, because actually you do get recognized, meaning people want that type of out of the herd kind of mentality thinking, and hear what you have to say, because it's giving a different perspective on things. So some of this, so how do we change our focus and attention towards what we want? And one of the things is when a situation comes to you, whether it's good or positive, it is neutral. It's neutral until we put our story or our feeling towards it. And so we can feel when a positive situation is going well. So that's kind of easy. It just feels right. It feels good. And so we just go along with those good feelings, our thoughts and our emotions and how we feel, the energy that we emit continues on that path of feeling good emotions. That's kind of an easier part, but you want to recognize it. And it's because you want to put those good feelings into when something's not going well for us, because we want to stop ourselves and not be like, well, it's not going well for us. And we start making all of these excuses, or we might get into judgment, or we might start, blaming and getting into this thing that further spirals things to go negative. And when things are going negative, it's neutral. It's saying, okay, yes, things happen. Sometimes good things, not so good things, challenges happen. It's not ignoring that challenges don't happen. It's taking it for what it is. Okay, this challenging thing happened. What's the next step that I can do that works in my favor? Because if we get caught up in the emotion of it, we don't think from a very a space that's going to help us, because we're stuck in that trying to, be in safety mode, get back into safety mode. And sometimes trying to get into safety mode is blaming and shaming or criticizing. What we want to do is get into safety mode coming from a place of rationality, where we can make a decision to do the right next step. And so that's where you're going to think about things and make it neutral. It's neutral. It doesn't mean anything. I'm not going to put any story to it. I'm not going to put any emotion to it. Okay, let me just deal with what the issue is and take the next step to move forward out of this negative situation, and whatever that next decision place may be. And you're coming from a more empowered decision making place instead of a disempowered place when you're angry or upset or hurt or feel discounted or whatever that may be. And then another thing is that build on a higher energy thoughts. And I kind of mentioned that previously. Like when we're in positivity, really take a look and say, how am I feeling? And what are the thoughts that are coming with me feeling well? I feel amazing. Oh my gosh. And you just keep with the energy and the people that you're around, and they feel good, right? And when we're in a downward spiral, just like I had mentioned before, when you're thinking like, this is horrible, this isn't going my way, oh my gosh, this isn't going to go right, and we get into catastrophe thinking and think about the worst possible outcome that can happen, that's just going to keep us in a down roll. So when we're in a negative place, we want to stop and go, okay, I'm going to attach to something feeling good. And it could be like, let me look at the sun or the sky and it looks amazing. Okay, let me think about a time when I went out of town and I felt really good, and get yourself back into that positive space so you can now start thinking upwardly in a positive perspective, to start getting your thoughts back on track to a positive perspective. I do this. I get stuck in a negative spot and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to get out of this. Okay, I had really fun when I went to San Francisco. What were those feelings that I was feeling? What were the things that I was doing? And bring those emotions and feelings and mental pictures back in my mind to get out of that negative space. To change your outcomes, you have to change the foundation of your feelings. And that's where you want to kind of take count of when you get upset or hurt or angry, what are those go-to feelings that you go to protect yourself? I don't care. It could be blaming, shaming, cutting people down, whatever that is. Those are your go-to feelings to make you feel comfortable. And you want to flip those go-to feelings to positive feelings, safety feelings, because those can be safety feelings for you, but they're not working in your favor. You want to change the foundation of your safety feelings. If you feel triggered or upset or hurt, you want your safety feelings to be like, I'm going to allow myself to feel this feeling right now. I'm going to feel into it to release it. Michelle, you're okay. I'm okay. I love myself. I'm going to make it through this. It's going to be short term. And you go to safety feelings of compassion for yourself, love for yourself. Accept that what's happening is happening, but it doesn't have to define who you are. It's just a situation of something that is happening right now. And so that's what we want to do, is flip the foundation of the feelings, our go-to feelings that we feel, to feel safe and secure. And another thing is map out where you want to put your focus. You really want to map out, I want my focus to be positive today. I want to meet challenges with openness, open mind, and putting in a neutral state. So you can set your day up through like a little mini meditation in the morning when you first wake up, when it's the most powerful, that seeps into your subconscious mind, is the first half hour of when you wake up and the first half hour before you go to bed, and just plan out, I'm going to respond in a positive way. When I'm challenged, if I'm not going to say anything if I don't know what to do, and just allow myself to stay in my own power. I'm not going to give my way away to just agreeing with somebody else because I don't know what to do, or I don't feel courageous enough to stand in what I want to do. So, and I've gone through this too. When I hit a challenge, I'm like, if I feel really confident and good, I'll respond because it has no charge to the way that I'm responding. And I could say, no, that doesn't work for me. Or yeah, no, I'm not going to do that, or whatever. Or if somebody says something rude to me and I don't really have to say anything. Just kind of look and just walk away. So look at mapping out how you want to, I do this sometimes. If I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm maybe entering into a challenging situation, I'm going to be relaxed. I'm going to be detached from the feelings. I'm going to be detached from the way I want it to go. And I'm going to listen to what people are saying to see what the opportunities are in the direction that I want to flow with or go with. And I'm going to respond detached with my emotion. And I set myself up for the emotional foundation that I want to be when I enter situations, not from a defensive manner. It's like, okay, if I feel defensiveness coming on, I'm going to just remain quiet. I will put a smile on my face, but whatever works for you, you just stay quiet. You may step away from the situation, come back and engage it a little bit later, but you may just feel really good because you set yourself up that I'm just going to flow through this. And if something that might have triggered you doesn't trigger you, and you can really respond with no a negative emotion to it, then move through it. So that's what we really want to work on, is changing our emotional foundation, because feelings is what really directs how you do things in life. So anyway, thank you for being here with me today. If you like this video, share it with somebody that you may think will enjoy it too. And I will see you on the next video. Bye.